Welcome to CEC Gurukul lectures. I am Mehak Chawla, art educator, Bharatanatyam dancer and disciple of Guru Srimati Geeta Chandranji. We are going to study about the branches of arts and we are going to cover performing arts. So, within performing arts, we can observe different categories. Some art forms are performed by entire communities on special occasions, whether in celebration or commemoration. These are group or folk arts, often connected to events rather than deep individual expression. Folk arts usually do not require formal systematic training. A child observes, an elder joins at the right moment and becomes a part of the performance naturally. And the second category, which is central to this course, is that of classical performing arts. The study and performance of these arts demand lifelong dedication, discipline, and focus. These are the arts that touch the deepest layers of the soul, evoking profound emotions in both the performer and the audience. The practice and performance of classical arts generate a rare, transcendent bliss, which is ananda, and otherworldly joy that cannot be fully described. The pursuit of ananda becomes the ultimate goal, and the practice itself is considered a sadhana, a supreme form of yoga. Performing arts can be broadly classified into drama, dance, and music, each with its classical and folk forms. Classical forms are highly structured, technically demanding, and intended to elevate both performer and audience, while folk forms are community centered, spontaneous, and event oriented. Let us begin with something almost all Indians love, which is cricket, a magical world in itself. Who has not thrilled a Virat Kohli's superb batting or R. Ashwin's masterful bowling? In many ways, these players are entertainers, delighting the audience with their skill. Why does a person choose to play cricket in front of spectators? And why do thousands of people sit in stadium enduring discomfort and just to watch a match? The answers to these questions are simple yet revealing. Every human being enjoys recognition and praise. Similarly, we take pleasure in witnessing others excel, exert effort, and achieve greatness. A cricketer's journey is marked by immense dedication, the countless hours of practice, unwavering concentration, and personal sacrifices. All this effort is driven not only by the love of the game but also by the desire of appreciation and recognition. In this sense, great players are more than athletes, they are artists practicing their craft with precision, creativity, and passion. While cricket and other sports are rooted in competition, they share a fundamental characteristics with the performing arts. They are performance based. Every movement, every strategy, every expression is meant to be seen, felt, and appreciated by the audience. The boundaries between art, sport, and performance blur here, reminding us that at its core, performance, whether in a stadium, on stage, or in any arena of human endeavor is a celebration of skill, effort, and shared aesthetic experience. So, if I talk about experiencing the live music and recorded music, so let us consider a more specific example to understand the distinction between live music and recorded music. Imagine attending a concert by a great musician, perhaps a vocal recital by Sri Sanjay Subramanyam and Srimati Praveen Suntana, or a sitar performance by Ustad Shahid Parvez Khan. As the music fills the hall, your ears are captivated by the strains of their exquisite and timeless melodies. Days or even years later, you may still savor the memory of that music, although the performance itself lasted only a few seconds or minutes for each musical phrase. What remains is the memory of the wonder, amazement, and delight is created which delight created in you, and you remember the musician's total concentration and involvement, the subtle turns of the head, and the controlled breathing, and the eventual smile of joy when the music unfolds exactly as intended. You smile with them, sharing in their triumph. These memories are stored in your mind, ready to be revisited, but they belong to the past. Now imagine attending another performance by the same musician, performing the same rag or piece. You will notice subtle deviation, variations, and improvisations. This is where live performance differs fundamentally from recorded music. No human being can reproduce an identical performance every time. Musicians adapt to the moment, responding to the time constraint, acoustics, and the energy of the audience. In the audience, if the audience is highly responsive then and appreciative, then the musician may feel inspired to give even more, enriching the rendition with additional creativity. Conversely, a detached or indifferent audience may affect the performer's mood, prompting subtle changes or even deliberate efforts to recapture attention. These dynamics are unique to live performance and cannot be replicated in recorded music. Whereas in recorded music, in contrast, can be played repeatedly at will and is often produced in segments, allowing re-recording if the musician is unsatisfied. Technical adjustment by sound engineers can enhance the final output, but the spontaneity and thrill of a live interaction are absent. Live music, in its essence, is a shared, pulsating experience between the musician and the audience, where both become part of a single emotional journey. Recorded music, however polished, cannot be fully captured with this immediacy, energy, and emotional communion. In essence, where recordings preserve the music itself, live performance preserves the magic of human experience and expression, an epipheral and unrepeatable experience that resonate deeply within the soul. And similarly, if I speak about the experience while performing dance. So in dance, an art form even more challenging than music. A musician can perform while seated, largely stationary, without much concern for appearance, costumes, or space. Even if stage conditions or lighting are less than ideal, the performance can proceed successfully. But a dancer, however, faces an entirely different set of demands. Watching a dancer is a transformative experience. Indian dance, in particular, is a miracle of movement and stillness, music and silence. A skilled dancer draws the audience into her deepest being and conscience, as if sharing an intimate confidence. Yet, as soon as one item or piece or episode concludes, it passes into memory. In a live dance performance, the spectator experiences an intuitive recognition of the art's truth and quality. The experience is internalized through the mind and senses. One does not merely see the performance but perceives it in totality. Every gesture, glance, and posture exist in harmony, forming an integrated whole. Indian dance is particularly remarkable for its myriad expressions conveying love, anger, anguish, and joy in complete synchronization with the music cadence. This spectator, then the spectator becomes a participant in this miracle, storing the memory in a priceless closet of experience. However, even a slight mistake can disrupt this magical connection. A misaligned gestures, a mistimed hand movement, or feet out of rhythm or a synchronization can break the spell, returning the spectator to ordinary observation and critic. Even an untrained observer will sense the discord and the enchantment is lost. The fragility and immediacy of live dance cannot be captured by recordings, filmed, or videotaped. Dance can be recorded in segments, edited, and perfected. Costumes remain immaculate, makeup flawless, and multiple takes can be combined to present an ideal performance. But the final product may be technically correct and aesthetically pleasing, but it lacks the thrill of witnessing the miracle unfold live. The recorded dance, no matter how precise, cannot transmit the effort, concentration, and live energy of the dancer. The shared heartbeat, the moment to moment synchronicity between performer and audience, that is absent. And watching a recording repeatedly present the same dance but fails to convey the living, pulsating essence of live performance. In essence, live dance is epipheral and the miracle a delicate interplay of precision, emotion, and audience engagement that can never be fully replicated in the recorded form. So that how dance connects to the audience if it is being performed live, and if it is recorded you cannot get the true essence of it. Now moving on to drama. If same is recorded or live, let's see what difference it makes. The same distinction between live and recorded performances apply to theatre or drama also. Who has not felt a thrill while witnessing an intense story unfold through the enactment of multiple actors, each embodying different characters? The actors' voices, charged with emotion, bring the dialogue to life and weave the narrative before the audience's eyes. While costumes in theatre may not be as elaborate as in dance, they are carefully chosen to reflect the personality of each character. Music may play a limited or supporting role in contemporary theatre, and there may be no dance like movements. Yet, the spoken word, absent in dance, forms the life and breath of this art. Dialogue delivery is often the most captivating aspect of a play, varying across eras, regions, and characters. But it never fails to hold the audience spellbound. Actors rely not only on vocal expressions but also on physicality, stance, gestures, and movements carefully rehearsed to convey depth and emotion. Just as dance and music rely on rhythm, drama has its own temporal precision. Timing is critical. Gestures, stage movements, and dialogue delivery must all be perfectly synchronized. Actors must also interact convincingly with one another, creating a seamless portrayal of relationships and dynamics. Memorizing lines in a monumental task, any lapse is immediately perceptible to the audience, potentially disrupting the performance. When dialogue, movement, and emotions are perfectly executed, the result is elevating experience. Just as a great musician memorizes with melody or a dancer enchants with movement, a skilled actor transforms the stage into a living world, achieving a level of artistic greatness. No two performances, however, are ever identical. An actor is a living, responsive entity, adjusting subtly to audience reactions and the nuances of the movement. They may emphasize different shades of emotion or experiment with timing, creating variations in impact from one performance to another. Watching a group of actors performing live, striving to surpass one another while remaining fully immersed in their character is a uniquely thrilling experience. Unlike a film where performances are captured, edited, and standardized, live theatre is ephemeral, unpredictable, and pulsating with life. The immediacy of the actors' engagement with the audience and with each other creates an emotional intensity that cannot be replicated on screen. And if I speak of the medium of films, so while drama and film share many similarities, both involve storytelling, characters, movements, and narrative structure. The experience of a film is fundamentally different from that of a live performance. Both forms unfold a central storyline with collateral or horizontal movements that feed into the main narrative. Yet, the live immediacy and interaction present in drama is absent in film. Today, film has profoundly influenced society and other psyche. It has become a major mode of entertainment, cutting across social, cultural, and economic boundaries. Television, as the twin medium of film, shares much of the same appeal and the purpose, though occasional differences in treatment and presentation remain. And the key distinction lies in time and performance. A film once shot remains unchanged for decades. Technological advancement may improve its visual or audio quality, but the performances themselves remain fixed and immutable. We may admire the artistry of legends like Dilip Kumar or Shivaji Ganeshan, but their performances exist on celluloid, not in flesh and blood. We can never experience the thrill of witnessing them enact their roles live. For actors in film, the process is technically easier than in live theatre. Unsatisfactory scenes can be reshot and the best takes are edited into the final print. In contrast, live drama unfolds in real time with no chance for correction. Once enacted, a performance is ephemeral, existing only in the memory of those present. The miracle of the live theatre, the dynamic, unpredictable interplay between actors and audience cannot be replicated in the films. In essence, while film preserves a performance indefinitely, it cannot reproduce the immediacy, energy, or emotional resonance of a live enactment. The spontaneity, subtle improvisations, and shared heartbeat of live drama are entirely absent, making film a fundamentally different medium of artistic expression. Now, if I speak of television, right now we have just discussed about how films has completely recorded, but it has no deeper or the connect with the audience which we get in the live performance. Now, let's see how it is in the medium of television. So, television occupies a unique position among the media of performing arts. When it telecasts live performances, whether music, dance, or drama, It can provide an experience similar to attending the performance in person, allowing viewers to share in the immediacy, energy, and emotional resonance of the event. So it is same with the case of the television also. The episode is being shot and the actors enact their role, but it is also in a recorded mode. So it has no true or deeper connection with the audience. It is just be seen on the recorded mode by the audience. However, when television programs are recorded in segments, edited and later broadcast, this experience becomes essentially identical to film. The spontaneity of live performance is lost, and the viewers experience a static, perfected version rather than the ephemeral thrill of witnessing the art unfold in real time. So, if I speak of the performing arts, to conclude, watching, listening, and being involved in a performing art, mentally participating, sharing in the tension, and immersing oneself in the excitement is a profound experience. In case of performing arts, one may later enjoy the same performance repeatedly, but the unique thrill of being part of the live experience can never be fully recreated. And the act of participating in or appreciating a performing art demands seriousness, discipline, sensitivity, and awareness. Great performances reflect the total identification of the artist with the art form, so that it becomes second nature, a part of the performer's intellectual, emotional, and in India, spiritual being. This is especially true of classical arts, where lifelong dedication, discipline, and sadhana allows the performer to transcend ordinary expression and evoke deep responses in the audience. On the other hand, folk art do not conform the classical norms. They are vibrant, joyous, spontaneous, and highly accessible. Folk dance, music, theatre are performed as part of daily life or on special social occasions such as weddings, birth, naming ceremony, and etc. Ritual dances and performances may be offered to propitiate spirits, while temple dance are integral to religious worship. Both classical and folk art, through different in the forms and sophistication, remaining living, throbbing expression of human life, inseparable from the social, cultural, and spiritual fabric of society. With this, I conclude my lecture. Thank you.